So good day everyone, I'm Timmy Pintor. So today I'm gonna explain you my code. So here's my code. It's just a simple array code with with 281 page applied. So here I started my entry function with stdih or the standard input output. Then I decided not to include any other function because my program will just work if this is if I only included this. So it is the standard input output. So here is the start of my function, then my integers and the characters that I use in my program. So in this part, it is where my program will start. Then greet the user, welcome to my program. Then my program will ask to select an option below. So puts, I decided puts a insert element. So puts is just like printf, but in a simpler way. But then it will this will output in the program so that the user will have a guide if what he or she will choose to run my code. So then my program will start to ask that please select an option. Okay, I'm just starting here. So typo. So here my code will start to ask the user to select an option to run. What is her or his choice? What is her or his choice? So so my code will start to ask the user. Then if the user inputted A, then it will start to switch the choice. Then the choice will be A. Then it will be then in the case A part, this code will run. But I made this not case sensitive. So in case that the user forget to turn off his or her caps K off, so that the user will not have any trouble restarting the program again. Then okay, so then my program will start to ask the user that you have selected the entered an element in the array. So if the user accidentally input A instead of B, then my program will ask, are you sure about your selection? Then in case that he's not sure about his and her selection, in case that he accidentally inputted A in case B, so my program will ask if he or she wants to start, yes or no. Then this here will start. If he or she pick yes, then the program will start running. And if he or she is not sure about the option that he choose, then this will execute. So an input this will execute, then input abort. So and if ever that he or she did not pick Y between Y and N, then example that if he or she input I instead of Y or N, or O instead of Y or N, then it will put this, it will output this is not Y or N character, or just an invalid character. So if the user is sure about his or her selection, then this code will run. So in the start of my code, my program will ask the user to enter the number of elements in the array. So I stated here to have a better small number of elements, because too much number is complicated and it will take time to run the code. So in order to save time and space storage, so it's better to have a small element, array. So it will scan the number of array or n and then input your the lucky number. So this is here in here the number will output here of what the user inputted here. So first the element, then the end number. Then the array will start to increment. Then it will scan my array. Then again it will ask the user where the location that he or she wants to insert an element. So scan the position, then enter the number of the choice that you want to insert. So the number of choice that he or she wants to insert, then it will scan the new element or the new E as I stated here. So for I equals n, the position it will decrement. So array I equals the array I minus 1. Then it will start to start updating the element in the array, and here will start to input. Here will start to input the elements in the array here. So again, if the user is not sure, so you're not sure of this A choice, then it will just abort. Just choose n or the lowercase n, then abort the program. Then again, next is in the case B part. So you have selected an element array, so same as the A option. My program will ask if he or she is sure about his or her selection. Then if he or she is sure, so this code will run. Then my program code will start to ask if the user is sure about his or her selection. Then the user and then my program will ask the number of original elements in an array. So again, better to have a small element so that it will not take your time and the space of your code. So I'm in your program. So printf. So printf the percent number. This is the number of the user that inputted here. So example, if I inputted 6, so it will output enter 6 elements. Here it will start to increment the array, 6 index, the index of the array. Then it will scan the array, then print the array, each array. So you will see that later if I run the program. So again, the program will ask again that to enter the index of the element that he or she wants to update. Then my program will scan and then select the array, then enter. Then the program will ask again to enter a new selected value of the element. Then scan the new element. I decided to state the new element here because I decided to group my integers to A, B, and C so that I'm not get confused coding it. Then again, if n is not equal to I or the number of, so example that the user inputted 5 over here, then if then here the user inputted 8, so it is not valid because you have only 5 index in the array and 8 is too much, so it will not read. Then it will print that you have exceeded your index. So again, if the user is not sure about his or her selection, then he or she just can abort the program. Then if in case that the user did not pick in or y or no or y or n, then this is not y or n character. So next is the C. Again, same as always, my program will start to ask the user of what is his or selection. So again, y or f affirmative, then print. Then the program will print enter the number of elements in the array. So it will start to again, the user is asked to input his or her selected number in the array. Then it will start to read the number, then enter the elements. So here again, the number of elements that the user inputted, it will be outputted here. Then it will again start to increment the array, add plus plus. Then enter the location where you want to delete the element. So this is the deletion of element. So it will scan the position. Let's go. So if the user input 6, then it will scan the position number 6. Then if position is greater than or equal to n plus 1, so that means that the deletion is not possible, or it is not in the array. So for position 1, so here it is where my code will start to run. If his or her number of selection is true, so this will execute, then output the proper or the correct deletion of the array. So then it will input the result of an array. So same as always, if he or she is not sure, so and then D, you have selected search and limit in the array, same as always, that always, because I want my program to always ask the user the user inputted the correct option, because maybe some incorrect decision that he made, so he wants to repeat the program. So same as always, the user will be asked to choose size of array. Then the size so this is now size, not n number, so it is a size for s. So enter the chosen elements in the array, so it will start to increment. So it is not n again, because we have switched it to size. We'll switch to size. So again, in here it will enter the element to search. So if the user input number 2, then it will scan the location of the 2 elements. So if you located that, then it will input the elements that he or she that located. If he or she that if the program located the location of the position that the user inputted to the output here, then this will run. It will start to find the location. I equals 0, I is less than s, plus plus, then array d, then it is the inside my array. If the user this I here is the set of the array, so if the user input 5, so it is stored here, then it equals locate. So located equals 1, then break. Then it will start to output the location of the array that the user wants to locate. So if the user did not, if the user exceeded the value or the number that he or she inputted to the number of arrays, it will start to print or output the invalid or error array, so that the user is informed that he or she have exceeded to the value that he or she inputted. So same as always, we'll ask. So for the E part or option E, then same as my first 4 options, start to ask. Then let's go here. So enter 2 elements from 0 to 9. So I have already stated my elements here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So it is where already stated here. So I can only input those elements, only 1 to 9 elements or 0 to 9 elements that you can input here, and in the if you want to find the sum of between 2 elements. So enter the elements from 0 to 9. So if the user input 3 then and 4, then it will be scanned here, the addends 1, the addends 2, then the sum, then it will start to print the answer or the sum between the both addends. Then same as always here, will end the program. Then F, you have selected to subtract two elements in the array given in their indices. So I'm back. I'm very sorry for being cut off there. I just my PC started to freeze, so I need to restart the recording. So good day once again. So I'm very sorry if I cut out there. So again, let's continue. So again, here the two numbers inputted by the users will start to input here, and then this percent D will be the result or the answer of the both minuend and subtrahend, or the difference between the both two numbers. So else if again it is it will just this is the file, this is the code where the user will deny or not continue to the code. So this is where the first part will Y or N. Then again, let's move on to G, and then same as always. Okay, I have some typo again, I'm very sorry. So if the user inputted G, then this. So hello once again, I'm very sorry, my computer freeze, so I need to restart the recording again. So good day once again. So in case if the user will input G, then my code will start to ask will start to input that you have selected to multiply two elements in the array. Okay. So it will put are you sure about your selection? Then it will start to ask the user if he or she is sure. So if the user is sure, so then it will continue to the code. Then the user will be asked again to input two elements, 0 to 9 only. Then the two elements inputted by the user will be scanned here, the multiplicand and the multiplier. So here it will output the answer and the number inputted by the user. So printf the product of the number 1 or the multiplicand that the user inputted, and the number 2 or the multiplier that the user inputted, and the answer between the answer or the product of two numbers. So multiplicand and multiplier, then multiplier times multiplier, then it will output the product of two numbers. So in H, same as always, my code will start to ask if he or she is sure about his or her selection. Then we'll start to ask the number again. Then if he or she inputs the number, it will be scanned. It will scan the dividend and the divisor. Then if the divisor is not equal to 0, then it will continue to code, because divisor is not equal to 0. If divisor is equal to 0, then you cannot divide your dividend with 0. So you cannot divide your dividend with 0. So in case that the user accidentally input 0 as the dividend, the divisor. So if in case that the user input 0, then the mock program will inform the user that you cannot divide your dividend with 0. So here, if the user inputted two numbers, then it will scan the dividend and divisor. Then it will run this. If the divisor is not 0, it will continue to this. Then it will be the number that the user inputted will be here. The number 1, the first number, which is the dividend that he or she inputted, will store here, and then it will be outputted here. Then the number 2 or the divisor will be outputted here, and then the answer of the dividend divisor. So let's try to run code. Okay, run. So as you can see, my code will ask ask the user. First, my code will, my program will greet the user. Sorry for my pronunciation. Okay, so the program will greet the user. So just select an option below. So I just put the arrows here. Okay, so A. Let's try to run A. So A in uppercase. So in case that I did not turn off the cascade. So are you sure about your selection? Then yes, I'm sure about my selection. Enter the number of elements in the array. Get it to have small numbers. So 5. The 5. Then input 5 lucky. Enter your lucky 5 elements. So I will enter 45, 50. Okay, 45, 56, 67, 78, 89. So here's my 5 elements. Then input the location where you want to insert an element. So this is the location 1, 45, location 2, 56, location 3, 67, location 4, 78, and location 5 is 89. So if I want to store my view element in location 3, then it will ask enter the number of your choice that you want to insert. So I'll insert number 99 to location 3. So it will upload 45, 56, then the location 3, 59 to the new location. Again, let's try to run again the code. So that's option A. Then B, update an element in the array. So in case we want to update an element array. Okay. Wait, maybe I haven't put some stops here. Let me check. Okay. Let me just run the code again. Okay, I didn't input anything. So let's go back. Let's go to B. So in case that I secured my caps case, or it's a small case case, I B, then just continue because it's not case sensitive. So press Y for yes, or N for no. So yes, formatted. Then enter the number of your original element in an array. We will have small numbers of elements. So I'll input again 5 because it's the best choice that I have. So 34. Alright. So this is where this 0 here is the index. So in the index 0 I have 34, in index 1 I have 45, in index 2 I have 56, in index 3 I have 78, and in index 4 I have 56. So remember guys that it is a 5 array, but the index starts with 0, that's why it's 4, and that goes to 5, but here is the array, it's 56. So enter the index. So here's the array, it's 5 arrays, so it's only the index is 4. So enter the index of the element that you want to update. So remember guys, you cannot input 5 here because your index starts with only 4. So if you want to update an element in the index 0, so just input 0, then enter a new selected value, again 99, then it will just input here array 0, 99, array 45, 45, 78, 78. Okay, let's run again. So C, and then C. So you have selected to delete an element in the array. So here we have to delete an element in the array again. So Y, yes, I'm sure of my decision, so I press Y, then enter the number of elements in array. So 5 again, enter 5 elements, 45, 56, 67, 78, and 89. So enter the location where you wish to delete an element. So I wish to delete the location number 2. So this is the result of an array. So I deleted the 56 because it's in the location 2. So 45, 67, 78, 89 are outputted here. Outputted here. So because I inputted 2, and in the location 2 is 56, so it's the element is been deleted. So again, let's start again. So let's search an element in array. So again, I'll choose 5 because it's the best smallest number that I have. Then enter to choose an element in array. So for 5, 6, 7, 8, 89. Enter elements to search. So I want to search the element number 56. So as you can see, my the program outputted that 56 is located in position number 2. So it's in position number 2, which is very accurate. So let's go to E. That's Y. So into 2 elements from 0 to 9. So I search 8, 8, and then input 16, which is the correct sum of 8 and 8. And again for F, yes, I choose to 9 minus 8 when the answer must be 1. So yeah, the answer is 1, so it's correct. The difference is 1. So again, this goes to the multiplication. Yes, I'm sure the 2 elements from 0 to 9. So 8 times 2, so it must be 16, so it's correct. The product is 16. So in H, so divide, yes. So into 2 elements from 0 to 9. So 7 divided by 0. So it will input. You cannot divide the dividend with 0. So again, input again to H. Yes. So into the elements. So 9 divided by 3 must be 3. So my program is running good and smoothly. So so that's the array. The array. The array part of the program. So let's try to put some pointers in it. As you can see, it's just same it's just the same you know, the same code, but it as you can notice, it has this %p is your data and has the address of %p, PTR, PR, PTR, increment. So I have just follow the instruction of the LMS. So this then try to apply this to my code. Then again try to run. Yes. Enter the number of elements in array 5 into 5 blocking elements 46. And for the location, we want to insert an element. So application 4. Enter the number. So 99 as always. So as you can see, it my code input the data and the address of the 19 of the outputted value. So again, so the B, yes, the number of original element of it. Okay, 5 elements. 7, 8, 9. Enter the index. Okay. I have exceeded that. So in my program, I have exceeded my value. Okay, Y 5. The 5 elements 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Enter the index element that you want to update. So I will enter index number 2 and 99. So it will store the data of each outputted numbers. So it points the index and the data address of the outputted value. So same as, so that's it guys for my code.